Well, here's Pops. Notice he does not have a life jacket on. That's because we're not on the water today. I'm John, and I'm quite sure that me and Pops are two of your favorite magnet fishermen. I don't have my hat on today, obviously, because I'm not on the water either. We're missing Captain. He's not with us. He's preparing everything for a river excursion tomorrow. Now, we're going to get back on the water tomorrow with our magnet and pull up some more items. But we wanted to take a few minutes of our time and just show you some of the artifacts pulled off the bottom of the river in the last 6 months, 5 months actually, since January the 1st. On the table here, you're going to notice some of the items that we have laid out that we pulled from the bottom of the river. Look at these horseshoes. Absolutely amazing. We have 8 shoes here, and we don't know if they're horseshoes or mule shoes. That's all right. We know that there is a difference, but we're not skilled enough, are we, Pops, to?
No, but I would say that would be a mule shoe as large
No,
as
that
it
would
is.
be a big. I say that's a big horseshoe,
I don't
like
know.
a draft shoe they would use for pulling the wagons.
Well, it might be, but it's a huge shoe.
It's big. Pops is going to talk to you for a minute about these items on the table. Once again, look at them. We got the anchors. We've got some miscellaneous items. We've got the shoes. We've got the broadhead. We've got the axe heads. And guys, if you're interested in these items, make us an offer in the comments. Because, Pop, we got a problem. We've got more items now than we know what to do with
We're
them.
running out of space.
And we'd be happy if you want to donate to our ministry, Running from the Devil Ministry. We'd be happy to ship these items to you. You can donate in Venmo and Cash App, and we can fix all that up. What do you got there, Pop?
I'm gonna show them this. This is broad axe, and the blade is beveled because they use this to cut logs for cabins, and they would somehow use it. This would cause the logs to be cut a certain way, and they could put them together. And we pull this up off the bottom of the river. I mean,
Yeah.
literally. And of course, this one is just a pickaxe. This one is one of a kind. You don't see many of those.
Look, show them how pointed that thing is on that end
Look,
right there.
sharp on that end.
Look how pointed that thing is.
And on this end, you can
It's
see
been hit a couple of times, not a lot.
and we have all these, literally 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 of these, and some of these were chisels they used. Like this was for chisel, and these were axes that they used to split wood and whatever with.
If you're an axe lover, then we've got the deal for you. Here you go. Make us an offer, and we'll just about take any reasonable offer for these things. We are wanting to use the donations for our ministry, and we will. Pops and me, we have study guides that we've written, addiction recovery study guides, and we donate those to jails and prisons, and we use all these proceeds for that. So that's what we're doing. Go ahead, Pop. What do you got here?
Well, these 3 anchors. These are probably the first one of these you've ever seen live, because these were pulled up out of the river, and they were used by the early trappers that went up the river to catch game, basically mink and beaver, to take back to Europe. Because that was really a choice kind of fur back in those days. So they use these going up the river, and we have actually 3 different sizes. This one, and this one, and then this one is the largest of the 3.
And notice, guys, these were handmade. Now, these blacksmiths were some kind of talented. Beat these things out. Look at these.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And we think that this is the trap that they used to catch some of the game when they were coming over to try to trap the beaver and mink. And you notice that you would push this down, that would come open, you'd set the trap, and then there was the chain on it where it couldn't get away. So we think for sure that we're pretty sure that that's what that was used for.
Yeah, this is off the boats they were using to bring the trappers over, use these, and then their boats, for whatever reason. No, Black River, tell you something, Pops, Black River is swift, Black River is deep, and Black River is quite muddy.
They couldn't get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down for a minute. These guys, when you lose stuff in Black River, there's almost no chance you're going to recover it.
Unless you got a good magnet.
That's right. There's almost no chance that you're going to recover it unless you come along with a magnet and pull it out. Hey, look who just showed up. My son Sam. That's right.
How's it going?
It's going good. Sam has helped us pull some of these out of the river. Sam, we're just showing people some of the items that we pulled out of the river.
Anchors and axe heads, horseshoes.
Yeah, since January.
Oh yeah.
And we're telling people if, they're interested in these, they can make us any reasonable offer. And you know what we'll do? We'll probably just ship them right to them, won't we?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Quick and easy.
Quick and easy, that's right. Now, some of the things that we have, they're too heavy for us to ship. We're going to show you those in a little bit, like some of the wagon wheels and things. But most of these items, if you're interested in them, if you're a horseshoe collector, well, then you can have all 8 of these horseshoes. Just shoot us a reasonable offer. If you're an axe head collector, just shoot us a reasonable offer. You're just likely to own these axe heads, aren't you, Pop? That's right. And and this is just me, but this is probably one of the most amazing finds right here. This broad axe. Look at that. There's my hand, and my hand's not small by any stretch of the imagination. This broadhead is big. And look at that. Yeah. And another thing people need to know, we've not altered these items in any way. They're just like they were the day we pulled them out of the river. Just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and walk around the table again, and then we're going to put these up and put some more items out here for you to see. Look at that old trap. Amazing. Come out of the bottom of the river. In fact, all these items did. I don't guess I have to keep saying that. These are magnet fishing finds. Neat, aren't they, son?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Historic.
Oh. No, the hardest thing to do is to decide what time period they're from. Mm-hmm. I'm quite sure that some of these are 300 plus years old. An item or two are. Maybe the anchors, maybe one of these or two of these axes, maybe one or two of these horse or mule shoes. Yeah. We got so much to show you, though. We're going to go ahead and move right along with this. Like I said, you may not have an interest in these, and you may. Just shoot us something in the comments, and that's the way we're going to approach this. All right. Let's move on to the next item. All right, guys, we're continuing with the inventory of what we pulled off the bottom of the river since January. And now we're going to turn our attention to the wagon axles and wagon wheels. Pops, take it away.
We have a lot of them. First of all, look how large this must have been a huge wagon, but the size of the wagon axle that was on it. Look how large it is compared to these others. Huge.
Now, if there's any doubt that wagons were having accidents crossing the river, well, this should remove all doubt, because we have pulled their axles out of the river, which lets you know that they were having wrecks.
We also have a nut that fits on the end of these right here. See where they screwed on? Somewhere in our material, we have several nuts that screw on there.
Yeah. Now, and some of these still have the nuts on them, like that one. See? That's got the nut still on the axle. That one does too. That one still has the nut on the axle. But most of these do not have the nut on the axle. Like, see the threads? That's where they would screw the nuts on there. And there's one. To hold these, look, we have 2 wagon wheels. Look at that, Pops.
Yeah. I don't know the, you know, how this was put together, but apparently it had probably steel spokes that went around it.
These are handmade. That's another thing. And guys, this is back when steel was steel, son.
Oh, yeah.
Back when these are heavy,
Real steel.
real steel. Not a lot of alloys in these. I'm just showing you guys these. Look at this. And once again, if you're interested in these, shoot us something in the comments, message us, let us know, make us an offer. Because there's only so much we can do with these. We're running out of room.
Yeah, we are.
We are. And Pops, he absolutely loves magnet fishing, don't you, Pop?
I enjoy it
Absolute-
a great deal. It's
Absolutely
a
loves
lot
it.
of
And
fun.
in fact, we're going to be back on the river again tomorrow, but today we're wanting to share some close-ups, what we found. And we have not, once again, altered these items in any way. They are just the way they were the day we pulled them out of the river. Look at this. We tried a TikTok live earlier, but we weren't sure we were doing it right, so we stopped midstream.
You know,
No pun intended.
seriously, this must have been an unusually large wagon of
Yeah,
some sort.
that's the biggest one I've ever seen.
But it's, I don't know, it's large.
And look, it's the end there. That must have been the Jolly Green Giants covered wagon right there. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Some close-up views. Look at the square nut on. That actually had the hardware on this one that the other ones didn't have to show how it helped to attach it to the rest of the wagon. Look at those wagon wheels. Look how that was attached to the bottom, Pop. And guys, that wagon wheel right there, Sam, what do you think that weighed? You remember picking it up? I'd say, you want to pick it up and see what you think it might weigh?
Big one here.
Sam is our physical therapist in the family. What's that weigh, bud?
50 pound, 50, 60 pounds probably.
50 or 60 pound. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's heavy. That one, of course, that's not nearly as heavy.
That's a smaller wagon.
Smaller wagon, or hey, that could have been the same wagon. That could have been the rear wheel, and that could have been the front wheels. You know. Yeah,
Sit down here.
yeah. You can sit down and rest, Pop.
Yeah, I gotta rest.
All right. Look at this. Just let everybody see once again the wagon components, the wagon axles. We've got a whole box full of wagon components other than wheels and axles. Don't know that we'll have time to show you. We're just trying to hit the highlights today, the more well-known items. And we've got a lot of items that we don't know what they are.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So there are lots of things that we have that I have no idea what they are. We've tried to get AI's assistance. We had no luck. AI really didn't help us any. These items had stories, but we don't. So we're just kind of left to sharing these with you. We're gonna be back on the river again tomorrow.
Be pulling out on some more great stuff, I'm sure.
I'm sure we always try to do our best. All right. You got anything to add, bud? Anything about the weight? Anything about the authenticity? Anything about the time periods?
Collectors.
Yeah.
It's unique items. So, I mean, if you're a historic collector, this is definitely something you could add to your collection.
Well, that's no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Notice, once again, like this one, the nut's gone. This one, here's the nut that's screwed on there. Underneath this would be the thread, like this. A lot of you don't know that. Well, here they are. All right, we're going to move on to the next item. Okay, next, Pops is going to give you a rundown of some what I call true history, true river history. All right, Pops, take it away.
All right, these are what we call, and I think they call log dogs, because they were used to connect logs together when they would float them down the river to the settlement. You notice we've got all sizes, shapes, and forms. Some are little, some are large, some are long, some are short, and we even got several just pieces that we found. But you notice they're all basically built from the same pattern. Two steel stakes on the end, and they drove those into the logs, and you see they're all basically just the same, except some are long, some are short, so on.
Now, what I find truly amazing, there are no two sets of these alike.
Oh, no,
They were more than likely made by different blacksmiths, but their functions are the same, but their designs are different. Some, as you can notice here, are long, and then some of the stakes, like this one, are a little short. In fact, I'll show you the difference. You notice this. Look at this, how short this spike is compared to this one.
Notice also that this only has 4 links that join together, where some have 5 or 6.
That's
So
right.
I guess that depends on the size of the logs.
It just goes to show you that there was a lot of need for timber back in those days, and there wasn't any roads or not many roads over land, so they would cut these logs down, get them in the river, put these logging spikes, or what we refer to as log dogs, into 2 of the logs so they wouldn't separate. They would float them down the river to the sawmill.
In fact, they might have as many as 8 or 10, 12 logs in one group chained together.
That's true. They may have. And what you would expect is that sometimes they would lose these.
Yes.
They didn't do a good job at driving the spikes into the logs, or maybe there was a flood that caught them off guard.
Apparently not just sometimes, apparently they lost them many times for us to find these, because you know they didn't throw these away.
No, they didn't throw these away. And if we found this many in the bottom of the river, how many does that tell you are still in the bottom of the river?
A bunch.
A bunch. So it doesn't surprise us each time we pull a set of these off the bottom. We just put them in our collection and go on. Now maybe you're out there watching this video and you're a log dog collector. Wow, have we got a deal for you?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. We would love for you to have all these. If you will just message us or shoot us an offer, we'll make sure we get these to you. Would love for you to have, and we haven't done anything to them. We haven't scrubbed them. We haven't doctored them in any way. We simply boxed them away, and now we pulled them out today to share with you. And notice some of these chains don't have any spikes on at all. We just pulled a lot of chains out of the river. Here, this chain, there's a chain there we pulled out of the river. Just amazing.
John, let me mention something
Yeah,
else.
mention.
You won't find these on the shallow, small rivers with rocks in them, because they couldn't float the logs down because of the rapids, the
That's-
rocks, and
that's
so
true.
on. You found these mainly in large rivers like Black River, White River, and so on like that. You
Yeah.
won't find them in the 11 Point Spring River.
No, you won't. We're in North Arkansas. We have spent a lot of time on the Black River. And the reason that the Black River is giving up so many secrets, 3 reasons that I say. Number 1, it's swift. Number 2, it's deep. Number 3, it's murky. So when you would lose something in Black River, too deep to get it, too swift to get it, you couldn't see to get it.
Right.
So it's still there. It's still on the bottom of the river. Whereas on 11 Point or Spring River, if you lose something, or White River, a lot of places, it's so clear that you'd go back and retrieve it. So there's nothing to get there. Not the case with Black River. Woo, it's giving up its secrets. Look at all these log dogs. All right, let's move on to some more items. All right. The next items, inventory here. Pops, you want to start the storytelling?
Well, depending on which one we want to start with. First of all, let's just start with these pumps.
Okay.
These are the old hand pumps
I'm gonna sit down here on it, Pops.
that probably most of you have never used because you're not old enough.
Well, I would hope not.
Well, some of these still existed in the early 1920s, 30s, and 40s.
Okay.
But these were old hand pumps, and what they would do is just put their pipe down in the body of water or down in the ground and hit a stream, and then they'd pump water out. Now, we don't know what this is. It looked like a cannonball with a hook on it.
What's that weigh, son?
I'm 80, 70, 80 pounds.
What?
probably.
Yeah,
You picked that up with one hand?
It's heavy, I'm sure.
Can't go
Mine.
much higher than that though, but
70 or 80 pounds. Woo! Man.
And here are some railroad spikes. We don't know what this is. Have no idea,
No, we wish we did know.
but it's heavy too.
It is
You know,
heavy.
for the size, it's very heavy, yeah. And we don't know what this is. It's some kind of tool, apparently.
Let's get in for close up
Yeah.
here.
We have no idea what it is. But apparently, they put stuff in here and turned it or something. But we just don't know.
It's almost like an old press. Maybe a threader, but notice it still has a piece of pipe they were working on in it.
Yeah. Now this, we're not
Oh,
sure.
that's neat.
What was they said? Someone told us they thought this was
Perhaps it was an old potato rake.
yeah, potato rake.
We don't know, but we do know that a piece of wood would have been in here for the handle.
Right, right.
And this, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Handmade.
The old square nut gives away its age.
Yeah, every
And
time.
of course, all the hand forged stuff.
Yeah. You'll find no welds on these things.
And again, here's something that most of you have never seen, because those went on old cotton weighing scales.
I guess any scale though, not just cotton.
Well,
It could be,
yeah,
but
but
anything.
Anything, because it had so much weight on this end to balance out what's going to weigh on the other end, and they had some way they figured that. I always felt like probably that they'd have stuff in here to make them heavier. I don't know, but that's what these were used for. And again, there's another rebel spike. We don't know what that is.
Well, we think that's off an old sickle mower, maybe.
That's what somebody told us.
Well, somebody
they
told
thought
us they
it was.
thought it might be, and I'm inclined to believe it, and I don't know any different. Oh, look at this. This is off a wagon here. I want to show. Yeah, hold that up, son. Okay. Notice this would have been part of the axle, and this spike would have been driven into the wood to hold it in place.
Exactly.
Yeah, it would have gone the other way. But yeah, it was driven it into the wood to hold it in place. That's part of an old wagon frame.
This would have been connected to the frame.
The seat might have been sitting on that.
That could have been.
Yeah,
Any number
all kinds of stuff. Oh, this is neat right here, Pops.
Yeah, I missed that a while ago. I don't know how they did this, but I know that that they would put the bucket would hang on this right here so it wouldn't come off, and they'd pump water
And
in.
the water would go right and hold the bucket in place.
That's what, you'd put the pail of that in the bucket on this.
Yeah. So here's something to do with the water system. Here's something to do with the water system. Another thing to do with the water system. Wow.
And this, I don't know, I accuse this of being just an old crowbar or something to that effect, chiseled.
Kind of big, like
But
an
I just know it's heavy.
excavator.
We don't know
chisel.
what these are. They have different,
Hey, you hear that? Oh, Pops is playing a melody.
No.
The metal melody.
we have no idea, as I said, what they are. I think they probably would go with this piece here.
Yeah. The magnet metal
That
melody.
would be me, yeah.
I don't know what that piece is right here.
Now look at this.
Oh, that's neat.
That's copper.
Off an old tea kettle.
Apparently it was off the tea kettle. We couldn't catch the rest of the kettle.
I wonder who the last people were that drank out of
I
that.
don't know, but it's unusual. I just wish we had the whole kettle.
That's not the pot calling the kettle black, is it? Because this is
No.
not black.
No,
It's
copper. Copper.
pot calling the kettle
Copper.
copper. Oh man,
We have
Oh,
no
man.
idea.
yeah.
And of course, we don't know the age of it. Probably
Oh, that old hinge there, yeah.
that's an old roller on an old cabinet or something. We don't know what that is. We think this went on some part of a covered wagon.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
This probably did too. This, we don't know what that is.
That's kind of block and tackle mechanism.
Well, that may be, yeah, it could be, yeah, but we don't know for sure. We just know this is heavy.
Yeah, that's it. That may not be that old, but it is heavy. I agree.
It's heavy. So that's basically what we got over there. They're all,
Now, the $1 million question. How did these items get to the bottom of the river?
because they were lost.
Because they were lost. That's right. All right, let's move on to the next item. All right.
And scene.
What?
And scene.
That's right. Cut. All right.
Where'd y'all
Look at
pull this
these.
from?
Out of the river.
Oh, my goodness, Abigail. We got so
All
much.
these?
Everlasting.